Good evening, friends. Today we have a very eminent person with us. We have TG Mohandas. Welcome, sir.
Namaste. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. So, as all of you know, he's a writer, a social critic, a journalist, and a television presenter who also takes part in TV debates. And everybody knows him for his ferocious tone and that he does not mince any words when it comes to talking about what's happening in India. So, it's a pleasure to have you with us, Mohandas ji.
Yeah, okay, but your voice is very feeble, but still
Okay,
I can listen to that.
yeah. Maybe you can just increase
And
the
now
volume. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Can you hear
I'm
me now?
hearing you, but still it is
Yeah.
less.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So, sir, today the topic of discussion is Arvind Kejriwal. Now,
Yeah,
why the foreign countries are so concerned about a chief minister's corruption case in India? Now, the deputy head of mission German embassy, Jirog, has expressed his concern, which is a pure case of interfering the internal affairs of the country. And United Nations has said that they are also studying the matter. Similarly, in the case of CAA, US has expressed concern with this in the background. Can you tell us the forces that are trying to destabilize India so that India won't become a superpower? And the roles of people like Arvind Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi, who those powers are trying to make use of. So, can you talk more about this and tell us what is the game behind all this?
see, this started few years after we gaining independence, but at that time we were some sort of I don't know if I can use that word. We were stooges of Soviet Union at that time, Nehru as well as Indira Gandhi. So the West could not make a mark in India, but West was very much worried about India. Though outwardly we were in the non-alignment camp, we were very clearly we were going as per what was decided in Moscow. At that time, I think the name was Leningrad or something. So ever since the Soviet Union collapsed, the West has decided to some sort of invade us economically and mentally. Even their game started well before that, at the advent of East India Company. Okay, so that attempt was going on through writing several books on our history. Our Indian history is, I think, 90% written by foreigners, not by Indians. For example, you and me, we have never written any history book, but we are the witness of India. We live the civilization and culture of India. But if we write a booklet, that's not accepted. If some David Clark from Brunton University, from Boston, something, some paper university, then if he writes a book, then that goes international, viral. Everybody subscribe to that. Even our own friends will scold us. Have you not read this book? See how beautifully he has outlined. All sorts of nonsense was put in our head, all because what happened? British thought that they are giving independence to 529 states, kingdoms, along with Pakistan. So total it is 530. तो इनको ये दे दिया, अब ये क्या करेंगे, आपस में झगड़ा करेंगे. Maybe India will survive hardly 10 years and it will be disintegrated. Several nations will be born out of that, and West will be able to control us, loot us, whatever they want to do, they can do with us. But surprisingly, we had internal schisms. In spite of that, we stood united. It was a surprise for the whole world, especially for the Western world, which always had a tendency to dominate everyone else in the earth. West thinks that they are the right and the rest are wrong. Rest cannot be right because we are white skinned. It is our burden to uplift these uneducated people. I remember when Morarji Desai was the prime minister, he visited USA, and that video is still there in YouTube in black and white. He was asked by a journalist that, what is that you are going to do in India? It's very difficult to change India because much of your people are uneducated. Morarji was unfazed with a smile. He said, my people may not be educated according to your standards, but their knowledge and wisdom has no comparison. You just cannot reach that level. Therefore, we are
Yeah.
quite capable of managing our affairs. Don't worry about my people, worry about your own people. You may be educated, but you are no match with Indians. That was his answer. He was so confident, but very softly he cut the throat of that journalist
Mm,
in USA.
mm,
So this was the confidence which our leaders have. I am speaking across political spectrum. There were leaders without any guts, without any gumption, um, drinkers, womanizers, all were there. But there were sterling characters who can see through all the games of the West and even Soviet Union. And India started negotiating. We failed several times. Maybe we may be able to blame our prime ministers Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, VP Singh, Deve Gowda. Uh, you can blame so many people, but see, India stood united through all these turbulent years. We have had multi-party governments, somebody pulling somebody's legs and he is falling and we are going for an election. We were famous or infamous for our poverty, all these things, but we never disintegrated. This was troubling everybody. So there were projects of disintegration going on throughout in the history after our independence. And one of the turning point was the 198 Ways of Regime Change, a book written by Gene Sharp. Then he himself became he's no more. He died somewhere in 2016 or so. But his ideas basically was that you can use Gandhi to disintegrate India. Whatever Gandhian methods are there, they can be used against India's unity, and the survival of India can be threatened through these methods. That was his idea. But this was already known to Indians. You know, there was one AICC president. He was a Malayali. In the history of Congress, he was the only Malayali who became AICC president. He was Sir C. Shankaran Nair. He
mm,
wrote a book. It is available now, even now. In 30s, he wrote this book, Gandhi and Anarchy.
mm,
No, Gandhi was in Congress. Gandhi was the stalwart. Shankar Nair was AICC president. He wrote a book called Gandhi and Anarchy, got it published during British days, and still worked with Gandhi. So, see, our nature of accommodating everybody. Now, people give us lectures on how to become plural, manage your pluralism, managing the dissent. We have been managing this dissent. In olden days, you remember, the king will have a Vitushaka in his assembly because the king knows that nobody in the assembly will criticize king because they fear the king. So he employed a man to criticize him, to ridicule him. He was paid monthly salary for criticizing and ridiculing every decision taken by the Raja. That was our system. We had paid criticizers, and we know how to manage dissent. We know how people work when Raja is present and when Raja is absent. All these techniques were known to us. But they thought that this type of lectures can be given to us, that India is a pluralistic society. Really, no, India is not a pluralistic society. Whatever you see as differences outwards, they are not differences. They are probably different ways of celebrating yourself. I wear a shirt, I like a particular color. That doesn't make me, in absolute sense, uh, I'm not different from any other Indian. Only thing, I'm wearing a different shirt. I like a different color. I like a different dish, maybe South Indian or North. This is all. It's all in the surface. In the heart of heart, every Indian feels that I belong to Bharat. I am a Bharatiya. I have such a big legacy which is uncomparable. No one in the earth has such a long history, at least 10,000 years of. No, now it is undisputably known that India existed at least 10,000 years back. May not be in the geographical sense, but in the cultural and civilizational sense. So to disintegrate India, you have to cut India or bleed India through 100 or 1,000 cuts. That is the normal usage, bleeding through 1,000 cuts. This is what is going on. Now see the sequence. First it was farmers' protest. अब वो कहाँ गया? Nobody knows what is happening to farmers' protest. It is neither withdrawn nor progressing, nothing. Probably someone living in Delhi, I mean Haryana, Punjab border, not Delhi. Haryana, Punjab border, they may not be knowing what is happening with the farmers' protest. One thing significant I noticed that the moment government of India informed them that if you continue with this protest, we will cancel your passport and your OCI permits.
Yes.
What is that? Overseas citizens of India. That is,
Yes.
they get free entry to India at the sweet will and pleasure of themselves. So this will be cancelled, and suddenly the situation changed. They went low key. So I was surprised. You see, why a farmer in Punjab needs a passport? You cannot threaten Tamil Nadu farmers or Kerala farmers with cancelling their passport because they don't have a passport at all.
They don't have.
They have no plans to go outside. They have not thought of going outside. तो फिर passport खाएगा. I'm telling you frankly that I got a passport for whatever worth is, I don't know, just 8 years back. Just 8 years back. Because I have never gone out of India and I don't intend to go out of India. So मेरे लिए passport क्या चीज है? कुछ नहीं है. Even now it is lying dead in my inside my cupboard. That's all. So you cannot threaten a farmer by cancelling the passport. But ये लोग डर गए, क्यों डर गए? Because all these so-called farmers, they are overseas Indians from Canada, majority of
Yes.
them. Now, one Mr. What is his name? Vinu. He called himself a farmer leader. He's my friend. He's a Malayali who used to come to television debates for and on behalf of farmers. Probably he thought he is going to change the world, but he never knew that it is Canada which is playing. Therefore, when the administration threatened them of cancelling the passport and withdrawing their OCI, they went, I don't know, they went in hiding or kya hua ho gaya usko. I don't know the status of that strike now. Now, after that, slowly this Rahul Gandhi started playing drama. His Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra. but it didn't get any traction whatsoever because he was absolutely insincere in that performance. See, Padayatras are one attraction of Indians. No doubt. आप देखिए आदि शंकरा, he went by foot from Kerala to Kashmir to attain Sarvajñapita. Gandhiji traveled by foot throughout India. Swami Vivekananda, part of India, he traveled by foot. तो जो भी पद यात्रा करते हैं उनको बहुत इज्जत मिलती है, नो डाउट. बट ये आदमी का क्या हो गया कि he was no sincere. He was accompanied by 20 caravans, air conditioned, these, that. अरे ये कोई पदयात्रा होती है? This was all drama. So people lost
yeah,
interest in that.
bodyguards also, yes.
And first Padayatra somehow he completed successfully. But the second Padayatra went, it was a monumental disaster. And at the last day of the Padayatra, their Indi Munni, they assembled in Mumbai. And he made the infamous speech saying that हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति नाम है, उस शक्ति से हमारी लड़ाई है. Now, these words doesn't need any explanation. But Rahul Gandhi was going on explaining it as if we are all fools. We need explanation for such simple words. इसमें क्या है? It is straightforward that I'm in this conversation, I'm telling you, Meena, I will kill you day after tomorrow. It is very simple. I don't need any explanation after that. You get the message. So Rajiv Gandhi's speech was very clear, but Congress has to do a lot of explanation. So the whole balloon burst on that day. So now the next narrative was to be created, that was through Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal, whenever he speaks, there are international reporting by BBC, by New York Times. Everybody reports his speech. What is so big about Arvind Kejriwal? He is Chief Minister of Delhi, and Delhi is not a complete state because the police is controlled by Government of India. The Chief Minister is under a Lieutenant Governor. A full statehood nahi hai Delhi ko. But still, the chief of Delhi, whenever he opens his mouth, it gets international reporting. I will not say publicity, but reporting. कितना बड़ा है Bengal compared to Delhi. But if Mamata Banerjee speaks, this Wall Street Journal or Washington Post will not report. BBC will not report. Modi ka just with the Prime Minister of India, many of his speeches go unreported by foreign media. लेकिन केजरीवाल को कभी खांसी आती है तो दैट इज ए बिग रिपोर्ट इन द फॉरेन मीडिया. अब देखो उनका अरेस्ट हो गया है, देन जर्मनी को कुछ खुजली हो रही है, यूएस इज इन ट्रबल, यूनाइटेड नेशंस इज इन ट्रबल, दे आर वाचिंग. अरे क्या वाचिंग? ही इज अंडर ईडी कस्टडी. तुम क्या वाच करोगे? But my point is that there was or there is going on a calculated attempt to stall our elections, to stop our elections. Now, consequent to this abdicate, now government of Kerala went to Supreme Court against the Union of India, saying that Union of India is manipulating with our borrowing limit. We should have more borrowing limit. Now, borrowing limit is a formula being decided by Niti Aayog, Finance Commission, Government of India, Reserve Bank of India, and GST Council. Yeah, all these authorities sit together and they decide how much Kerala should get, how much West Bengal should get, how much Karnataka should get. Everybody agrees and put their signature. उसके बाद एक आदमी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाता है कि मुझे ज्यादा कर्ज लेना है. अरे भाई, मीना, यू एंड मी वी प्रे दैट भाई हमारे सर पे कर्ज मत डालना भगवान, ऐसे थोड़ी. But the government of Kerala says that मुझे और कर्ज दे दो. अरे how do we repay? वो तो देखा
Hmm,
जाएगा.
hmm,
15 साल के बाद है ना, तब देखा जाएगा.
hmm,
Then I'll
hmm,
not be chief minister. Something will happen. So they are expecting some divine intervention to repay this amount. This type of irresponsibility cannot be accepted by center. I don't know. The Supreme Court has reserved the judgment, and Supreme Court also slowly encroaching into other spaces.
hmm,
They are encroaching into legislative space. They issue directions to governor. They issue orders to legislative assembly speaker. Tomorrow they will issue order to Lok Sabha speaker. They may even issue order to president of India, because government of Kerala has again gone that some few bills are pending with the president, either to give assent or reject. She has not done both. She has kept
hmm,
it with her. Probably
hmm,
she's thinking about taking legal advice, etc. It is up to the president. It is
hmm,
see, there is no time limit specified in the
hmm,
constitution. So generally, when the bill goes to the president of India, and if he is not taking a decision within 2 3 months, that means बाकी लोग छोड़ देते हैं कि भाई अब ये पास नहीं होगा. Let us try
hmm,
some other method. This was there since Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. Nobody asked explanation from president. अब ये president से explanation मांगना चाहते हैं. So they have made the secretary of the president as a respondent in the case. So they are challenging the ultimate authority of India. The
hmm.
first citizen of
Yes.
India is his authority is being challenged. They were asking for proof. अब आपको याद होगा, we were defeated, badly crushed by China in 1962. But still, nobody asked any explanation from our military. कि भाई क्या हो गया बताओ, क्यों भाग गए और क्यों हार गए, ऐसा नहीं. Probably there were some internal discussions. Our army took corrective action. ठीक है, हार गए तो हार गए, आप क्या करना है. We cannot commit suicide because we were defeated by Chinese. But from 1962 to 2024, we are a big force. Now China cannot threaten us. But अब क्या हो रहा है कि we are asking proof from military. पूरी सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक किया, उसका प्रूफ लाओ, वीडियो दिखाओ हमको. अरे क्या वीडियो दिखाना है? दैट इज ऑल. What is happening in the border is unimaginable for ordinary
Hmm,
citizens like you and me. They
hmm,
are fighting a war at a temperature of minus 25 degrees. Where they are walking, just imagine you are walking through ice cream, और ice cream में
yeah.
डूब जाओगे आप. It is 50 feet deep ice cream. तो उसमें पाँव रखा तुम नीचे गिरा, then you will be covered by ice cream. This is the sort of ice in Himalayas. People don't understand. They are asking proof now. Proof दिखाओ, so that the credibility of our military can be dented. This type of operations are going on, and from the situation you can see Kejriwal became the epicenter of all these operations. In the south, ever since Modi ji made that move of bringing Sengol to Lok Sabha, these Dravidian forces were puzzled now what to do. He has taken Sengol, he is respecting Rajaraja Cholan, वो हो गया. बाद में he went to Tamil Nadu, he went to Srirangam, he was on Vrat for that Ramajanbhoomi Prana Pratishta. He was fasting, but he went to Tamil Nadu. He was under fast even in Tamil Nadu. He went to Rameshwaram. He went to the sea alone without any security. The Prime Minister of India with energy protection. He went alone in the sea in Rameshwaram. Who will dare doing that act? What
Hmm,
will happen if somebody from underwater attacks Prime Minister? इतना डर जाते हैं, but Modi never, he did not demur. He went alone, just like you and me. He went at least up to the chest. He was in the sea. डुबकी मारा उसमें, ये सब किया. So that was a strong message to this Dravidian forces कि भाई Modi is winning in Madras also. And mind you, it's not a political win. It is a cultural win or civilizational win. जो E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, जो evil forces, जो they unleashed this dirty anti-Brahminism to such an extent that people shudder to say that I am a Brahmin. Arey bhai, you were born in some caste in India.
Hmm.
When you take birth in India, you happen to be some caste, one caste होगा.
Hmm.
अब ये ब्राह्मण में हो गया, तो क्या हो गया? कुछ गुनाह है क्या? And they are less than 1% in Tamil Nadu,
Hmm.
Brahmins.
Hmm.
तो इतना डरते हैं उनसे, क्या किया इन लोगों ने?
Hmm.
You had great Brahmins. अभी भी जो है, across political spectrum आप देखिए, जयराम रमेश, he is a Brahmin from a particular place called Mylapore. S. Gurumurthy, he is a Brahmin from Mylapore. S. Gurumurthy is with RSS, Jairam Ramesh is with Rahul Gandhi. Jayanti Nataraj, he was with Congress, then she resigned in protest against Rahul Gandhi. Subramanian Swamy, the so-called maverick politician who criticizes everybody, he is also from a Brahmin family from Mylapore. Maybe he originated somewhere in interior Tamil Nadu, but basically his father, everybody migrated to Madras. They belong. Now this Hindu group, NRAM, etc., they are the most anti-Brahmin forces. But you go to the Hindu headquarters, where their newspaper is also printed and their registered office, everything, big building. Their canteen is vegetarian canteen. They will write editorial on beef, but their own employees all are Brahmins. Show me one non-Brahmin in the newspaper called the Hindu. Their canteen, they don't serve
Hmm.
anything, leave alone beef. They don't serve. It's a pure vegetarian canteen.
Hmm.
In Kerala, there is newspaper called Matru Bhumi. They write editorial on eating beef. Their canteen is a vegetarian canteen. So everybody lives like a Brahmin and then writes against Brahmin. And Brahmin has become a dirty word. It is infratic to say that. अरे भाई इतना गुनाह क्या किया है ब्राह्मण लोगों ने? See, you and I have been living in this India for the past several years. No? You may be a few years younger than me, but sufficiently old to claim that you know something about India. अब हम भी देख रहे हैं ब्राह्मण लोगों को क्या किया है, इतना बड़ा क्या किया है जो बाकी लोगों ने नहीं किया. So regularly, whatever shortcomings normal human beings are having, probably Brahmins also have. इतना बाकी कुछ नहीं है. Why do you target the whole Tamil Nadu as if Brahmins are outcasts? They are to be killed, they are to be slayed, they are to be raped, maimed, butchered. अरे क्या है? And you know, Modi was threatening this narrative, which was prevailing ever since EVR started this nonsense. Modi challenged it and challenged it successfully because you know this Sengol was brought and installed by some pujaris. They were not Brahmins. Now Ayodhya Prana Pratishtha, that Prana Pratishtha, South Indians like me, in fact, we were not in agreement with that Prana Pratishtha because in South India, see, nobody is allowed inside the sanctum sanctorum except the pujari. तुम प्राइम मिनिस्टर हो या प्रेसिडेंट हो या आर्मी
You
चीफ हो
can't go
कुछ भी हो,
inside.
you can't go inside. That's not permitted. अब प्राण प्रतिष्ठा में ऐसा हो रहा है. So I started asking people कि भाई ये क्या हो रहा है? Why योगी
Hmm.
आदित्यनाथ कुछ भी हो, योगी है
Hmm.
जो भी है, but he is not
Hmm.
permitted within the Garbhagriha, what we call.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Ramanandi system, they permit that. And Ayodhya belongs to Ramanandi Hindus,
Yes.
Ramanandi
Yes.
sannyasis. वो एक संप्रदाय है. Then I was comfortable. Okay, ऐसा है वैसा है. अब कर्नाटका में लिंगायत्स जो है, their ladies are not prevented from going temple during their periods. It is permitted.
mm,
That is their
mm,
system. ठीक है. That is an
mm,
accepted system being
mm,
practiced
mm,
by Lingayats. कोई बात नहीं. So
mm,
through this, Modi successfully challenged this Dravidian drama, which is a surrealistic drama played by
mm,
few vested interests. Otherwise, people don't subscribe to EVR. EVR सब मर गया कब का,
mm,
उसका ideology मर गया, सब कुछ मर गया. But the
mm,
newspaper, the TV news, the television shows everywhere, these dirty forces are there, and they started using this useful idiot TM Krishna. You know, for the past 10 years, TM Krishna has not sung in any of the Sangeet Sabhas in Chennai, including Music Academy. You know, Music Academy is a private academy. People think that it is government sponsored. Nothing. It is a private enterprise by three families. And TM Krishna is the son of one of these families.
mm,
I'll not name the family. There are good people also in that. So this politics now, generally they announce this Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award in the month of September or October. December, January is the uh, uh, music festival. So many Sangeet Sabhas are there in Chennai. They give you Excel sheets. You can select which musician in which auditorium he is singing at what time. You can decide your itinerary according to that. This much sabhas are there. But they used to announce Sangeeta Kalanidhi. Of course, it's a prestigious award. Okay. This year, they announced it in March. Why? Because the elections are in April. Nothing. Otherwise, for Madras Music Academy, election हो या ना हो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? They should have announced somewhere in
mm,
September or
mm,
October as they
mm,
used to do. But they did it 6 months earlier. क्या मतलब है इसका?
mm.
And
To
see,
disrupt.
other people also started asserting
Mm,
कि भाई we
mm,
are not going to suffer this ignominy
mm,
further, because TM
mm,
Krishna was going on making all sorts of nonsense about
mm,
Tyagaraja, Shama Shastri, everyone. You know, his theory is Tyagaraja created ragas with swaras,
mm,
and just to sing, he has made few words. That words are immaterial.
mm,
If you remove Rama or Venkatesha from this Kirtana and you replace it with Mambo Jumbo, you can sing the same thing, nothing wrong. And he demonstrates that. You can remove Rama and put Yeshu there. You can
mm,
sing.
mm,
So the lyrics are immaterial.
mm,
Only the sound is material. Oh, okay, he can make such outrageous statements and get away with that. Who cares what he says? But then he started attacking legends like M.S. Subbulakshmi.
mm,
He accused M.S. Subbulakshmi of,
mm,
leading a loose and licentious life. I am ashamed of myself making this statement,
mm,
but Krishna did that. T.M. Krishna did precisely that. Such a wild statement. Uh, we, by God's grace, she is no more. Uh, Even that, nobody made a comment on that. Nobody made it. But when he is awarded Sangeeta Kalanidhi, and he attacked for the past 10 years, he was going on attacking every Gana Sabha, including
mm,
Madras Music Academy.
mm,
And that man is being given Kalanidhi, Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award.
mm, mm.
And suddenly this fellow says, "Oh yes, I am humbled. I will receive that." अरे कहाँ गया तुम्हारा EVR and your anti-Brahmin all rhetoric? Was it an arranged drama?
Mm,
Why
mm,
did it start before elections?
mm.
So आप देखिए, when this TM Krishna controversy erupted, within few days, Kejriwal was arrested.
Hmm.
There is a clear connection between this South controversy with the North controversy. It is a Bharat
Okay.
controversy.
Hmm.
The Tukde gang, which attempted I would say they wanted to separate Tamil Nadu from Bharat. This
Hmm.
tendency is there in communists also.
Hmm.
See, our man Udayanidhi Stalin,
Hmm.
he made his infamous speech saying that this Sanatana Dharma is to be eradicated. Okay, where did he make that speech? It was in a communist audience, Progressive Writers Association. That is, I don't remember the equivalent Tamil words,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
meaning Progressive Writers Association belonging to CPM and CPI.
Hmm.
He went there and made this speech. So you can understand the connotation. All these dots, if you connect, uh, they are trying to stall our elections so that they can go and declare Modi is fascist, authoritarian, etc., etc.
Hmm.
Now you see they have approached election commission with a complaint saying that Modi has let loose these agencies against
Hmm.
opposition. Election
Hmm.
commission says, okay, we'll issue certain guidelines. It is
Hmm.
horrible, you know. How can election commission issue a guideline to investigating agencies कि भाई इसको पकड़ो इसको मत पकड़ो ये केस फास्ट करो वो केस
First
स्लो
of all, they
करो
are independent.
this type of
Yeah.
guidelines cannot be given. But
Yeah.
I don't know, election commission may probably give that guidelines and Supreme Court may uphold that. Supreme Court is also encroaching into legislative powers.
Hmm.
So Kejriwal clearly was becoming a central operator of this narrative. So he has to be arrested. उसका पहला समन्स हुआ था somewhere in 20 November 23.
Hmm.
कितने समन्स हुए? 9 summons.
Hmm.
You know, madam, you and me will not get a summons from police. They will just call you in mobile. They will ask,
Yeah.
madam, आप जरा स्टेशन आ जाइए कौन
Uh,
से स्टेशन में फलाना
uh,
स्टेशन में बस यू हैव
uh,
टू गो दैट इज
be
ऑल
there. Yeah.
हमको तो कुछ
Hmm.
राइटिंग में नहीं मिलता है बट केजरीवाल भगवान है उसको 9 बार राइटिंग में दिया है बट स्टिल ही विल नॉट then all courts said that we are not going to interfere and that was the right moment to arrest him. अब
Hmm.
देखिए इससे नहीं हुआ है there will
Hmm.
be further halla gulla wait for that. That is the current situation.
So here now the big breaking news is that the Khalistani terrorist Gurbatpant Panun claims that Khalistani groups funded Kejriwal's AAP with over rupees 133 crore between 2014 and 2022. He also claimed that Kejriwal offered to release Devendra Pal Singh Bullar in exchange for money. Bullar is a convict in the 1993 Delhi blast case that had left 9 dead people and 31 injured. Panun said the money was given to fund elections.
Madam, see, let me tell you, Rajiv Gandhi was killed. Huh? Everybody know. Whether somebody was killed in retaliation, I mean through legal process, no, no one was. सब लोग हल्ला करते हैं कि महात्मा गांधी का मर्डर हो गया. ओके, गोडसे का क्या हो गया? उसको फांसी दिया था. राजीव गांधी पूरे आम शाम को मार दिया उनको. अब वो लोगों का क्या हो गया? They were released. They
Mercy.
were first sentenced to death, but then slowly released. And Congress also agreed that no outrage. Have you ever seen somebody is outraging कि राजीव गांधी का मर्डर उसको छोड़ दिया करके? नहीं, सब लोग
Why?
बोलते हैं वो
Why was that?
ठीक है उनको छोड़
Yeah,
दो,
why was
माफ
that?
कर दो.
Why was that? Why was that?
Pardon?
Why was that?
That
Nobody
is
protested.
because they they wanted to eliminate Rahul Gandhi. They eliminated him.
Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi. Yeah.
They are, see, Sonia Gandhi went to meet Nalini in jail. Priyanka
Yeah.
Gandhi went to meet Nalini in jail. While how many people went to meet Godse in jail?
Hmm.
So, so Gandhi was an orphan. छोड़ दिया उनको. And Rajiv was some sort of hindrance. He started asserting his power. Then he has to be eliminated. Was eliminated. इसलिए सब लोग खुश हैं. So this type of thing is happening. उसके बाद they started खुलेआम ये सब करना शुरू किया. And that is why we are suffering now. Even now, today, I'm telling you, we are at the mercy of Europeans.
Hmm.
This very StreamYard, it is from Europe, they can just switch it off. बस गया मीना दास नारायण along with Mohandas मर गया. Finished. Your YouTube can be switched off by them.
Yeah.
2 घंटे के लिए WhatsApp बंद किया तो इंडिया में क्या होगा?
Hmm.
We don't have our own WhatsApp.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't have our Facebook. We don't have our Twitter. We are very much backward in that sense.
Handicapped.
जो ICT strength बोलते हैं,
Hmm.
information and computer technology, including all these internet, ये वो सब मिला के, we are still in a danger. At a fingertip, any European can kill us, kill our communications. And China demonstrated it a few years back. They switched off Mumbai power supply.
Hmm.
All power supply was switched off for maybe for 20 minutes or so, then switched on again. And I am told that China was demonstrating their soft power, telling that we can switch off your commercial capital. Now we have demonstrated it for 20 minutes, but we can do it for 20 days also because everything is software based. You can program something from somewhere. We are vulnerable in that area. So we have to be very careful in the coming days.
So Narayan is asking, TG, can you narrate the 198 ways a regime can be changed by Albert Einstein University of Boston? Can you draw the similarity?
Yeah. That is a document. You can get it by just Googling. It's not a secret document. You know, all these things are very open. That is why I don't ever use the word conspiracy. Conspiracy तो हमेशा secret होता है. ये conspiracy नहीं है. They are openly saying all these things. You know, have you seen the video of George Soros telling that I have reserved $1 billion to remove Narendra Modi in India? That video is there in YouTube. So you
Yeah.
get this 198 methods, ways of regime change. Just Google search either Albert Einstein Institute of Regime Change or just 198 ways. इतना type करने से ही वो document आ जाएगा. If you take a printout, it will be 5-6 pages. All techniques are given openly. It is there right from 19. This document was made in 1973. It was available in book form. Later on, जब internet आ गया, it was put in internet also. They are not apologetic. There is no secret, nothing. Now, many people, your Venezuelan president Hugo Chavez, he accused this Albert Einstein Institute of trying to topple him 3 times. He put his people. They traced who did all these operations. Then they zeroed in on Albert Einstein Institute. इनका किया हुआ है. Then the institute was in back foot. They said no, we returned the. But all money trail, including money trail, तुम आपने इनको इतना रुपया दिया, इतना रुपया दिया for organizing a coup d'etat जो बोलते हैं. This was done by Albert Einstein Institute. So it is being done by, and Kejriwal is the kingpin, and TM Krishna is one hand in the south. Up north में कोई होगा तो बाहर आ जाएं. Slowly, probably before elections, he will also come out. It is a network of people.
So, Mohandas ji, see, people have always asked this question that even though he was the chief minister, he used to make ridiculous statements like, don't pay your water bill. You know, he's in power and he's telling the people not to pay their water bill. So, what sort of a chief minister is he? He doesn't want, he tells people to, to protest. When he's sitting as a chief
This
minister,
is
what does he mean by? Yeah.
precisely Precisely, this is the way of subverting a government.
mm,
गांधी ने ये किया था कि नहीं किया था? किया। गांधी started this civil disobedience movement.
mm,
याद है ना आपको?
mm,
टैक्स मत दे दो,
mm,
सॉल्ट टैक्स मत दे दो,
mm,
ये जो जंगल से काटते हैं उसका टैक्स मत दे दो. Basically, it was a part of our struggle, freedom struggle.
mm,
But then Sir C. Shankaran Nair reminded him that this is precisely anarchy. ये जो आदत आप लगा रहे हैं लोगों को, ये बहुत गलत है.
mm,
So there are two ways of looking at what Gandhi did and what others did. But one thing now, looking back, they are using the same technique to topple your government, to challenge your authority. भाई बस में जो जाएंगे पैसा मत देना. Many people thought that,
mm,
in the famous book Freedom at Midnight by Larry Collins and Dominic Lapierre, very popular book. They have depicted an instance which happened, reported to be happened in Delhi, that on August 16th, people were traveling in the bus and they refused to take a ticket. बोले कि आप तो आजाद हो गए, आप क्यों पैसा देना है? आप हमारा ही है भारत, आप पैसा क्यों देना है? हम तो फ्री में जाएंगे. तो दैट वाज द मीनिंग ऑफ फॉर देम. बट फ्रीडम जो है, many people thought about freedom in many ways. So those poor guys thought that when we get freedom, then we need not have to pay at all. So you play on these sentiments to organize people and stand united. The same technique is being used now to challenge your democratically elected government.
yes.
जो आपने ब्रिटेन के साथ किया है, वही टेक्निक आपके साथ अभी कर रहे हैं कुछ लोग मिलकर. दिस इज व्हाट इज दैट 198 page say.
Yeah. In fact, they say that when this officer, when this officer was killed, he was under the ARP radar, and he was, the one of the people in ARP wanted this man killed, and the brutal manner in which he was killed made everybody shiver. You remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
during the riots,
I'm not aware of
Delhi
that.
riots. Yeah, yeah. So this
I'm
police
not aware of
officer,
that incident.
yeah, he was butchered. He was put in the sewer, and his hands were tied. He was killed. Now his brother says, "I'm very happy that this is happening to AAP." An interesting question for you, uh, from Richa. He's saying, "Sir, I have joined late, but do you think that in Kerala communism can be destroyed? BJP can put its Hindu foothold."
Arey, see, communism is dead long back. Let us give it a decent burial. There is a party called Communist Party. Sometimes it raises it. It's full of corruption, all sorts of. There is no much difference between Congress and communists. But sometimes, when this subversive activities start, then communists align with that, and they also enjoy that. They remember their forefathers. They remember communism. Oh, we are going to conquer the world. This type of sentiments arise in their mind. So they go to Supreme Court. They are in power in Kerala. और पैसा भी है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में. कपिल सिब्बल, अभिषेक मनु सिंह, लाखों रुपए देते हैं फॉर केसेस, और यहाँ बोलते हैं कि पैसा नहीं है. per appearance, what I heard in Delhi legal circles, Kapil Sibal charges not less than 30 lakhs per appearance. Naturally, Abhishek Manu Singh would be charging that much. This is the type of their charges, and Kerala government is paying without any demur. So, communism as such, nothing is remaining to be wiped out. But now they are become a part of this Tukade Tukade gang, because they know they cannot bring communism, because कहाँ से क्या लाओ, दुनिया भर में ये मर गए कम्युनिस्ट. अब यहाँ क्या करेंगे, कुछ नहीं करेंगे. So they are aligning with Islamic forces as well as this type of subversive activities. ज्यादा वो इस्लामिक फोर्सेस के साथ हैं, जिहादियों के साथ हैं. That is why once I made a statement which was funny as well as outrageous. I said Osama bin Laden was a fool. He could have come to Kerala. Nobody would have catch or caught out of him. USA cannot operate in Kerala. उसको बचा लेते थे ये लोग. इतना their love for jihadis
Support,
is
yes.
unbelievable.
Mr. Narayan Iyer is asking, Sir, how long will Modi survive these foreign attacks? What after 2029? What when Modi retires from policy leadership? If time permits, please take it up. Can you please answer this?
Yeah, nahi, don't worry. See, we have some sort of divine strength. This question I was asking in 2000, no, 1999 or so, when the then RSS Sarsanghchalak Sudarshanji in an interview said, Vajpayee and Advani has become old, they must retire. I have advised them to retire. Now, let them decide whatever they want to decide. This was the statement. So, बहुत हल्ला हो गया. You know, Atal ji was the prime minister, Advani ji was the home minister, deputy prime minister, etc. बहुत बड़ा हल्ला हो गया उसके ऊपर. So I also asked a senior RSS प्रचारक कि भाई ये क्या है? Then he told me, okay, whether such a thing was to be told in public or not is one question. But tell me, what do you do when Atalji dies and Advaniji dies? What is going to happen? One day they have to die one day. Now one man has already died, the other man is with God's grace, he is still alive. But लेकिन एक दिन अडवाणी जी भी चला जाएगा. भाई times will change, people will come and go. उस जमाने में क्या है ना, this Narendra Modi was non-existent. The BJP leaders may be knowing that there is a leader called Narendra Modi, but we in Kerala, we never knew, we have never heard of Narendra Modi. अब क्या है? There was a brief stint of 10 years. 10 years in the civilizational age, it is nothing. Congress managed to grab the power for 10 years. Now, अब मोदी आया है, तो 2019 के बाद क्या होगा? अरे जो होगा देखा जाएगा. कितना देखा है भारत में? How much we have seen, how much fight we have made. See, you have to pay a price for your freedom and self-respect. You have to be constantly vigilant about the forces which are thwarting your attempt, attacking your country day and night. So, as citizens, as good citizens, we have to do our duty and don't worry about the future. बाद में क्या होगा? पाकिस्तान ने आटम बम डाला तो क्या होगा? अरे बड़ा टीम है भैया. Don't worry. Modi is not alone. Amit Shah is with him. Yogi is with him. Ajit Doval is with him. आप खाना खाने का आपका जो राष्ट्र के लिए आपका जो छोटा सा काम जो है वो करते रहना. बाकी जो होता है देखा जाएगा. क्या
Now, another question, Mohandas ji. See, sometimes when you listen to AAP ministers, you almost assume that they have no IQ, because when someone like Atishi says that, see, he's going to run the government from within jail, from where did she get this rule that a person who's been jailed can run the government, the way Kejriwal, says he will? And then you have there all this drama, stopping policemen and telling them, shoot me, all this drama. Sometimes you think, where do these people come from? Are they so illiterate?
नहीं, illiterate तो नहीं है. I will not say that. But they are devoid of any intelligence. See, the basic thing is sense has got limits, but nonsense is limitless. You can utter anything. उसका कुछ लिमिट होता है क्या? नहीं. सेंस का लिमिट होता है. मोहनदास का इंटेलेक्ट, उसका एक लिमिट होता है, मीना दास
mm.
नारायण एज एन इंटेलेक्ट, उसका भी एक लिमिट होता है। लेकिन हम दोनों जब पागल हो जाते हैं तो लिमिटलेस हो जाते हैं, कुछ भी करते हैं। So that is the thing what is happening.
That's what is happening in Delhi. Suppose, Mohandas ji, if we remove the statehood of Delhi, won't that be better?
See, there is no statehood given to Delhi. Delhi is under government of India. A lieutenant governor is there. Below him, this cabinet is there. Up for 30 years, Sheila Dikshit, she belonged to Congress. She was ruling Delhi for 30 years. Arvind Kejriwal replaced Sheila Dikshit. There was no BJP government since I think 1998 or 93. Um, Delhi Assembly was never won by BJP. It was with Congress. तो क्या हुआ, कुछ आसमान टूट के नीचे गिर गया, कुछ नहीं हुआ. The same arrangement is continuing now. तो केजरीवाल आने के बाद कुछ ज्यादा कुछ ये नहीं किया है. Constitutionally it is the same. Now if you convert it to union territory, it will be like throwing stone into a beehive, which will unnecessarily create problem. So करना क्या है? See, why Delhi's administration is like this? Because there are a lot of foreign embassies. Now you take Italian embassy.
Mm.
Italian embassy is a piece of land uh, indirectly belonging to Italy. Indirectly it belongs to Italy. So even the police need a permission from the government to enter Italy.
Mm.
कोई एक चोर भाग के इटालियन एम्बेसी के अंदर गया तो पुलिस हैड टू इन्फॉर्म द गवर्नमेंट कि चोर इसके अंदर गया है. देन गवर्नमेंट इन्फॉर्म्स इटालियन एम्बेसी कि एक चोर गया है, एक पॉकेट मार गया है. So this formality is to be completed. Therefore, it cannot be left to a particular state. So many US embassies, Cyprus, Italy, 198 countries are there. So everybody having their embassy, their staff, their quarters, everything, सब put together 10 acre, 12 acre, सब जमीन. So it's an international piece of land, Delhi. This is not a joke by dealing with the other countries.
Mm. Mm.
यहाँ कोई मुख्यमंत्री हो पागल हो के कुछ एक्शन ले लिया, किसी को ब्लॉक किया, that becomes an international issue. So therefore, government of India needs direct supervision on Delhi. That is why Delhi police is reporting to Home Ministry, not to Kejriwal.
Mm.
So this is the arrangement which is required there. Now, union territory karna, it's not a solution. Everywhere you convert everything to a union territory. ठीक नहीं. We can do it through democratic means. You see, the very same Congress, Sheila Dikshit, she was ruling for 30 years without any problem. तो हम ये बच्चा आके केजरीवाल आके he creates all sorts of drama and we are thinking of creating a union territory. Is bad. We are yielding to his blackmail. Never yield to such blackmail.
So, in a sense, you would say that one of the masks that Rahul Gandhi wears is that of Kejriwal.
Yes, Rahul Gandhi was leading another useful idiot. I'm sorry that I'm using that word. But he went number 2 or 3 or insignificant now. You see, he is fighting his Lok Sabha seat from Kerala, only in Kerala. अमेठी छोड़ दिया बच्चे ने, Kerala से fight करा. So he suddenly became an ordinary congressman, and Kejriwal is being lifted. So this is the way their narrative goes. अब एक का जो शीन चला गया तो दूसरे को आगे कर देते हैं.
Mm.
अब 10-15 दिन के बाद ये केजरीवाल का नाटक, everybody will get bored by this type of false drama. Even I am told that Kejriwal released some instruction to water supply department from jail. I don't believe that. Yes, see, he has already made certain instructions, signed it. and left it with Adishi, so that one by
Uh,
one you can say that I got it from jail, I got it from
and
jail.
Atishi is water
Yeah.
minister.
No, he's so cheap, man. इस वीडियो आपने देखा होगा तो कौन सा वाजपेयी और some journalist
Uh,
after the interview he says कैसा लगा अच्छा लगा ना वो मेरा जो वो प्रयोग बिल्कुल हाँ ठीक उसको थोड़ा importance दे दो. This type of behind the curtain arrangements was being done by this fellow is it brought down his eminence whatever if it is there. तो ये आदमी कुछ भी करेगा. And almost my first instinct is that such an instruction went from ED's custody. He's not even in jail. He is under the custody of Enforcement Directorate.
yes.
So वहां से instruction आदिशी को मिल गया कैसा मिल गया? I don't know. So the moment the news came, my intuition told me कि भाई ये झूठ है. ये सब
Ah,
पहले
so
he
used to
knew
it.
that he is
Yes.
going to be arrested one day or the other. तो ये सब कुछ डेट डाल के सब तैयार
Mm.
करके रखा और उसको बोला कि जस्ट यू fill in the blank and then release. Tell that it is my order from the jail. Finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is ये ड्रामा करेगा ये आदमी because he is
Mm.
absolutely non-serious about what he is doing.
Mm. And for the first time, Anna Hazare has now opposed him. Anna Hazare has
आप क्या
opposed him.
ठीक है see it was a historical mistake or blunder by Anna Hazare but ठीक है जो किया किया he believed this young man he thought he's a uh, selfless man लेकिन he was taken for a ride अब क्या करेगा
So on this note, we
okay
end the session. We end the session. Thank you so much, Mohandas ji. It was
thank
very
you
interesting. We'll see you again next week. Thank you so much. Good night. Jai
thanks
Hind
right
and Jai Shri Ram. Thank you. Good night.